Less than pay data end equals 457 data start equals 69 greater than. So here's a story that sounds like it's ripped straight out of a political thriller, but it's real, and it's making headlines. A former FBI counterintelligence agent, Jonathan Buma, has come forward claiming he tried to warn none other than Elon Musk that he was being covertly targeted by Russian intelligence. Yeah, you heard that right. Russia, Musk, and a web of high-stakes espionage. Less than SIP data end equals 1002 data start equals 459. Greater than. Buma says that back in 2022, he was trying to reach Musk to alert him that Russian operatives were working to infiltrate his inner circle. According to Buma, the efforts were intense and ongoing, though he hasn't been able to share all the details. What he did say was that certain individuals, possibly with Kremlin ties, were maneuvering themselves into positions of influence around Musk. That's serious stuff, especially considering Musk's deep involvement with projects like SpaceX, which have significant national security implications. Less than P data end equals 1533 data start equals 1004 greater than. Now, Buma didn't get to Musk directly. He says he attempted to pass the warning through an FBI liaison connected to SpaceX, but that channel, he claims, wasn't responsive. Meanwhile, Musk's own people, particularly his wealth manager Jared Birchall, were growing concerned too. Birchall reportedly confronted Musk about Igor Kurganov, a Russian-born ex-gambler who had somehow gained enormous sway over Musk's charitable activities. Kurganov even stayed at Musk's place during the pandemic, which raised more than a few eyebrows. Less than P data end equals 1905. Data start equals 1535 greater than. Then there's the bombshell claim that Russian intelligence saw Musk's alleged lifestyle, his connections to Burning Man, drug use like ketamine, and relationships as vulnerabilities they could exploit. That's straight from a documentary aired by the German broadcaster ZDF, where Buma expanded on how GRU agents saw these habits as potential entry points for influence. Less than COP data end equals 2419 data start equals 1907 greater than. Buma isn't just a random voice either. He was a counterintelligence specialist for 16 years and dealt with serious cases involving Russia, corruption, and even investigations tied to public figures like Hunter Biden and Rudy Giuliani. In fact, he's now facing legal trouble himself. Arrested in March for allegedly disclosing confidential information. He claims it's retaliation for whistleblowing on what he says was the internal suppression of intelligence investigations, especially those connected to Russia. Less than P data end equals 2681 data start equals 2421 greater than. And just to make things more tangled, Buma was also the FBI handler for Peter Thiel, another tech billionaire with deep ties to Musk. Thiel, who co-founded PayPal with Musk, apparently worked with the FBI at one point to help identify Russian outreach tactics. Less than EP data end equals 3149 data start equals 2683 greater than. Bulima's story intersects with major headlines about Musk's evolving political role, including his involvement with the so-called Department of Government Efficiency under Trump's administration. That office has drawn criticism over its handling of federal data and alleged interference with agencies like the NLRB. Combine that with claims Musk's conversations with Vladimir Putin began in 2022, and you can see why national security experts are sounding the alarm. Less than ape data end equals 336, 6 data is last node, equals data is only node, equals data start, equals 3151, greater than. This isn't just about one man. It's about how vulnerable key individuals in tech and government can be to foreign manipulation. And if Bulima's allegations hold any truth, the consequences stretch far beyond Elon Musk. Stay subscribed for more videos.